everyone, I'm Cher, and this is the Meditative Crafting.
And I'm David, and happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Oh yeah, happy Thanksgiving. We had a good Thanksgiving, just the two of us.
Yep. Hope everybody stayed safe with everything going on. I know this Thanksgiving was a little weird for many people probably, but just luckily most of our family's not around here anyways. I mean, we have some family here, but we have a lot of our family who's not here anyways, but we were able to kind of get and communicate and talk and everything.
And I don't know how many years ago, a few years ago, we started a tradition, just the two of us, for Thanksgiving anyway.
Yeah.
Even if we had it with our family.
Yeah, we would usually still do like on Friday or Saturday or something, our own Thanksgiving, just the two of us. So
it wasn't really much different for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had some yummy pumpkin cheesecake with some Cool-Whip on top for dessert, because, gotta mention dessert first. And we finished off the brownies I had made, and
I made a whole chicken, cooked that up in our Ninja Foodie. That came out really good.
Yeah, it did.
Just did pressure cook to get it up to the temperature, and then put it on the air fryer for about 15 minutes or so to crisp up the outside. Came out really, really, really good. So everything else was pretty just like simple,
like
pre-made stuff like
turkey stovetop stuffing, Idahoan potato package. What was it, sour cream and chive?
Yeah,
I think it was. That was pretty good.
And then just canned a couple different. She got the canned ocean spray or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, cranberry sauce.
Cranberry sauce, and then I got a local brand for our local, just a generic brand or whatever for the grocery store. But just because they were the only ones that had like where it had full cranberries in it or whatever to some extent.
I'd rather have what I've always had.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of that one myself. I mean, I don't mind it, I guess, but it's not my favorite to have that one where it's just like the cranberry gelatin looking stuff.
Jellied, yeah.
Jellied cranberry in the can. I'm not a big fan of that.
You're so not a big fan, you can't even come up with it.
Yeah.
And well, on Thanksgiving Day, we actually forgot our French-style green beans. So So we ended up having them the next day with leftovers.
Yep. That was all something else. A lot of that we just kind of tossed in the microwave because it was easy. And so, that one, I put the bowl in the microwave ahead of time, but I didn't want to get it going because I was still finishing off the chicken. But then I just forgot that it was in the microwave, and then we just went and ate, and then when we were cleaning up afterwards, we're like, oh, there's stuff in the microwave. Oops.
We'll just have it tomorrow with leftovers, we said. And we did.
So
I think we finished all the leftovers, too.
Yep. Well, we have a little bit of the deviled eggs.
Oh, yeah, but, you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, I love deviled eggs. That's my favorite dish of Thanksgiving is the deviled eggs. I can just eat that like crazy. Doesn't always agree with me, but
have them anyway.
I eat them anyways. So I mean, I'd like to know what your guys' favorite Thanksgiving dish is. So if you want to just comment below and let us know and see how it goes and see what everybody loves for Thanksgiving, what their favorite dish is.
Yeah, it would be interesting. Mine has always been mashed potatoes. It still is. And I wasn't really thinking of Thanksgiving foods and space to get a squash, because I love mashed potato, squash, and stuffing together. But, not as one, but, I eat them like that. It all goes in your stomach, so there you go.
Well, that's another thing we were talking about. Is you're not people who, making sure we're not people who don't like our food to touch. So, there's people...
Oh, yeah. Have you ever seen the movie Parental Guidance? The little kid does not let his food touch, and then the grandparent accidentally touches the food.
It's like you got to mix it all up together, and then the kid just like freaks out.
He freaks out so bad. It's a funny movie.
It's a good movie. Yeah,
it's a very good movie. It's a silly, like, family type movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. If anybody is that one of those types of people who need their food always separated, don't like them touching, that'd be kind of an interesting little to know. Those kinds of little. Everyone's got their little quirks or whatever. So.
Yeah.
Be something more another interesting thing to just kind of know about our audience and everything, and see how people think and whatnot.
Yep.
Get to know everybody a little bit better.
Yeah, that would be nice.
So I guess we'll move on. We don't actually have anything hot off the needles this month, but we're going to start with just all the different random things that we've been doing this month, because we started a whole bunch of other stuff beyond our traditional crafting stuff this month. So
yeah.
I would still consider them craftings most part, but so we're still going to go ahead and talk about them a little bit, just kind of go with it, but we'll see how it goes, and let's just go ahead and get started with all of that right now.
Alright, so as many know, but not everybody, the month of November is NaNoWriMo month, where you write a book of 50,000 words or more in just the month of November. Well, I'm not officially doing that, but it did inspire me to start writing again, which I haven't done in many years. I used to write when I was younger, and I wrote like a book, basically handwritten, but now between all the moves I've done here and there, it's gone. So I didn't recreate it because I don't remember anything much that was in it. All I remember is the title and the main character's name. That's all I remember at the whole thing. But that was when I was, I would say 15. I wrote that. Maybe younger. I don't know. I wrote it a ways ago. But yeah, so I started writing, and I haven't got to the 50,000 words, but I'm almost at 20, so that's something. That's pretty good for not even trying to, like, do the thing, because I've learned that, like, I think it's called pantser, when you just write at the seat of your pants, like you don't have an outline of everything. So I've been doing that pretty much. I mean, I had an idea.
But a very, very general idea.
Very vague. Yeah. And then I just went with it. And also, like, on YouTube, there's I don't know if it's a podcast or what you would call it, but their name is Word Nerds, and they come on, and they give writing prompts, like specific writing prompts that can help you with, like, inspiring you to write based on those prompts. So I've been really enjoying watching and listening to that, and that's what helped me get most of my writing done, pretty much, is participating, basically, in those, they're virtual write-ins that's on YouTube. So
yeah, and I mean, I think I mentioned last month that I started taking a creative writing course. Was primarily just to write a story for a video game and stuff that I'm thinking about creating. But this month, actually, too, what I ended up doing, it kind of evolved my whole concept into what's going on. over the course of the month, and so now I've actually also started taking a lot of online art tutorials, drawing, things like that, just to kind of get that all going and way around Photoshop and other similar things. And then, was it last weekend or the weekend before?
For what?
I actually applied, I think it was 2 weekends ago. 2 weeks ago, I applied for starting my own LLC, so local limited liability company. I don't know why I want to say local. Limited liability company or corporation or something like that. And so my own business, and that got approved last week, although granted I had a typo in my name that I didn't realize until afterwards. So I had to submit a correction for that as well. That went through, I don't know, a few days ago. And I haven't heard back from that yet, but I mean, it's Thanksgiving, so it's probably going to be a few days before that comes back. So hopefully that will go through and I can get that all corrected.
Then you'd be good to go.
Yep. So, and then I got a website probably I'm going to be opening and starting up for that in the next few weeks to a month. I don't know, give or take. I am a web developer, but I'm probably going to have my initial site designed and developed by someone else because it kind of came as part of my thing, and then I'll just kind of, in the next 6 months to a year, I'll start working on it, doing my own stuff to it and my own additions to it. So we'll see how that goes. Just to make some of that easier for the time being, so I can focus on practicing the drawing and other stuff that I need to practice. And so, but I thought this would be a good way of me merging my two of my favorite things, which is art and computers and programming. So like I can have my own stuff there.
Yep.
Art. Cause I've always liked art, I just haven't done a lot of it, and I've been in programming for so long, but I've always kind of gravitated towards the artistic side of programming, so that's why I do web development, front-end development, application development, things like that where I can kind of use those skills and still stimulate that part of my brain. So, but yeah, I'll see how that goes, and if anybody has any ideas or any questions or whatever, let me know and comment, and I'll see what I can tell you, and get back to you as soon as I can.
Now on to the whips. I have 3 socks in place.
You can't do anything! Sorry, Friends reference.
Not just one thing. So I got my Halloween sock. This is where I was on last podcast with my Simply Serving progress keeper of the flowers. It's like lilacs or something. So I'm on the foot. You see the heel right here. It's a German short row heel, and it came out pretty good. I'm getting better at it. So that's my small sock. That's only the first sock. So, and that's in, of course, my Halloween Gnomes bag by Bags by Awesome Granny. Then, I got this sock. Here's where I was last podcast. And again, that is a Simply Serving progress keeper. It's got a little birdie, and then it's got like a flower attached. This one is ready for me to put the German short row heel in. So it goes like that. And that is also sock number 1.
You gonna ever start doing 2 at a time socks?
I've only tried 2 at a time socks once or twice, and I messed up. So I usually do where it's inside, or I don't know if that's the word, but you have the same size needles and a sock on each one, and you go back and forth. So that's usually what I do. Unless it's like the yarn that's just like one skein, then I do what I'm doing now. And now, Mom, look, there's your sock. Well, it's getting there. I think I'm getting close to where I'll put the toe in, because these are going to be tube socks, and then hopefully they will fit. So this one's actually sock number 2, because it comes in like this ball kind of thing. And here's sock number 1. Sock number 2 is now ahead of sock number 1, but that's okay. I'm writing it down. On Post-it to keep track of what I do for the socks, so that way they will be the same size once they're done. Hopefully I don't lose that Post-it. Because then, well, technically all I'd have to do is count the rows, but I don't want to do that. That's too much work. Yeah. And that is in my Fate Strad princess bag. Oh, the Christmas socks I had are in my Christmas Gnomes bag by Bags of Awesome Granny. Awesome Granny bag with those penguins. Oh my goodness. Knitting away there. Well, I have my Slipstravaganza MCal. And so, where the kitty cat is with the yarn, which, let's see if I can get it. I'm here. There you go. Is where I was last podcast. I got all this done. This is 1, 2, and 3. And look at this pop of color. Let me try to get it. How can I get it? Oh, well, like that maybe. This is easier, I think. Look at that pop of color right there. Oh, yeah. I love it.
Because he says that, like, in this section, if we wanted to use a 4th contrast color for a minute, we could. This would be a good time to do it. So we're both adding in just like that one row right there is a 4th color. And so she did that to, like, because hers is more neutral overall. Yeah. It's got some nice colors, but they're all kind of like very, very cooler colors, I guess. I don't know, but
neutral.
Until. And then she just wanted something that, like, a little brightness in there that kind of came out.
It makes me smile. So there's mine. Over 400 stitches now, I think. Like 437? No. Yeah. 437,
yeah.
437. And not done, of course, yet. Because it goes up to, like, the 900s. Like 945 or something. So now yours.
I'm working on mine still. I probably should not have just started a second row, but oh well, I'll figure this out. Did you show how far you got?
Yeah, I showed them where the little kitty cat.
Okay, sorry, I got distracted for a second with what I was doing, because she went from like practically nothing to this whole thing in a month, and passed me up.
Yes, I did. I passed him, because where the kitty cat is where I was on the last podcast, and I did all of this.
Yeah.
In just this month.
I've only just now, like 5 minutes ago, started my 4th contrast color row. So
you're adding your pop?
Yep. It's not quite as much of a pop as yours is, but so you can't see it yet here, but this is what I've got so far for the pattern. This
Yours is more of a red.
No, this is, yeah, it's reds. It's a red primary
Red
color with like
grays.
blacks and grays, and then I did this as, uh,
Ooh, look at that.
so it's still a gray, but it has some other scattering of colors in there that I thought would go
Look at that
nice.
blue right there. Oh, that's nice. Okay.
So
cool.
To kind of give it just a little bit of something else, because everything else, all my other colors are all solids. So
Okay.
I thought I would add a little bit of a variegation or whatever you want to call it in there. So
cool.
But I actually haven't been doing much knitting this month. Like I said, I've been focusing on my art and writing and things like that a little bit. So I've been doing mostly that. So I probably only did about maybe 8 rows since last month on this. So
Shame.
shame. Oh, that's not the lyrics.
Isn't that chain?
Yeah. It just made me think of it for some reason. I don't know why.
Because the
Similar
melody.
Oh, yeah. Shame. Oh, Weird Al should make a song called Shame now.
Did he?
No,
or
I don't
shall
know.
he?
He should.
Or should he? He should.
If not, I'm going to try to do it.
Weird Al, create a song that's chain.
Shame.
Or shame.
Yes. If you're listening, which, I mean, I doubt you are, but
Right.
I don't think you knit.
Right. Or, well, you never know. You never know if they craft.
That's true.
You know, some.
There's another question for you. Who here thinks Weird Al Yankovic might knit? Comment below.
Alright.
Alrighty then.
In my Bags, Boss, and Granny tote bag, oh, love it, is my Comfort Fitty Cardi. And where, okay, there it is. So, where the cupcake is where I was last recording. So I've done quite a bit because the sleeves are on hold now, and both sleeves, and so I'm working on the body right now. I still have about, what did I say, 6 more inches or so to go on the body, and then I do the hem next, and then I don't know, I haven't read that much further in the pattern, so, but I made quite a bit of progress. That's a lot of because you do the knits and the purls, and it can take a little bit of time, especially those pearls sometimes, but you get in the rhythm, or at least I do. I get in the rhythm of it. So there's that, and then in my Bags by Awesome Granny bag is my doodler. So, where?
Doodler?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, doodler. Never mind.
So I was where this marker is. Whoop, wrong way. Where this marker is of the Friends window, not window, frame.
The frame.
Yeah.
Has it always been purple?
I started the cable part, like the section 2, but I did not get it done because I got involved with the slip extravaganza. That has most of my attention right now because it's very meditative, and that's what I wanted to work on. So, but I did make a little bit of progress with this. So.
Sorry, one of our cats decided to start trying to get into one of my knitting bags, so I had to.
Oh goodness.
Yep, Miss Lily Bell.
And then in my face thread bag is my gravy. My craft room blanket. And I gotta find the turtle. There's the turtle. Turtle tube. Or, well, I call it turtle donut. But it's like a tube, I guess. So
An inner tube? Is that what it's supposed to be?
I think so. So I made a little bit of progress, as you can see. And in Happy Mail, you'll see the next 2 skeins that I'll be putting in here. But it's coming along. I haven't been working on it too much because, again, the slip extravaganza and all the other projects I am doing has more of my attention.
Well, and that's something that we wanted to talk about too. Is you kind of changed up your
routine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Well, I switched it up even from the previous. Is my first cup of coffee. I work on the charity baby blanket.
She's not awake yet, so she needs something very, very easy.
Yeah, I'm not awake yet by any means. It's even hard lately to get me out of bed because I'm like, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and then after so long, David's like, come on, we're getting out of bed. You got things to do. You know, you got your podcast to watch, you got your knitting to do, your crafting, all the things. So, once I'm out of bed, and I have my first cup of coffee, that's what I'm doing is cherry baby blanket because brain is asleep still. Second cup of coffee, I knit on a dishcloth because still I'm like slowly waking up. Third cup of coffee, yes, I drink a bit of coffee. Third cup of coffee, I work at the moment on my mom's tube socks. That's a new rotation. And the fourth cup of coffee, I work on my shrug, which is a good segment of that. Is in my Bags by Awesome Granny bag. Is my shrug. It's coming along. I still got tons and tons to do. But it is coming along. And this is what it's going to look like. It's from Knit Crate of the August. So, I still got quite a bit to do. So, but that's okay. It's relatively easy knit. So that's what, 4th cup of coffee?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then on my 5th cup of coffee, I work right now on the slip extravaganza because by then I'm decently,
She's usually awake enough by then.
Good to go.
But we started doing this because, was it like a month or so ago, you kind of started getting into a rut and was feeling a little down and was finding it hard to motivate yourself to continue knitting, and you almost kind of stopped knitting there for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And she was knitting a lot less it only lasted a few days, I suppose, but
we noticed it, and it's like, something's got to change.
Yeah, so I came up with the idea of her just like forcing herself to do a little bit on everything, and doing it the cup of coffee way was just a easy way for her to
be able
to like track that and remember that, I guess.
Yeah, and with the shrug, that I specifically do 4 rows a day, and then I switch to the slip extravaganza right now. That one I always do for the shrug. That one I always do 4 rows. Because that's a repeat. So I do that every day, and then I switch, whether I'm done or not the coffee.
Yeah. But, like, I think this is a good example of like, a way that we use crafting as, like, why we call ourselves Meditative Crafting. The show Meditative Crafting is, it's a form of meditation. It's a form of helping us stay calm. It's a form of helping us deal with all the day-to-day crap that we have to deal with, especially her, with a lot of her health conditions that she has to suffer from. It helps us get through the day, and this was something that she was starting to feel down, depressed, and stuff like that, and this was just a technique that I thought might help her break out of that a little bit. And it took a couple of days, and the first couple of days she had to, like, really push herself to do it.
It was a struggle for the first couple of days.
But after a couple of days, she just kind of got into it, and she's been good pretty much since. I mean, she still has her down days off and on, but she's been pretty good ever since. And she just kind of, like, forced herself to do a little bit of everything.
Yep.
All the time.
And it doesn't stress me out. It actually does the opposite.
Right.
It really helps me because I see the progress, especially putting my progress keepers in. I see the progress on every single project, and it just makes me happy. Because even though we didn't have any hot off the needles this month, I'm making so much progress on all these projects that pretty soon we're going to have quite a bit that's hot off the needles. And some of them are pretty big projects, so it's no wonder. Especially the slip stravaganza.
Stravaganza, you got to say it that way.
I have to say it that way because it's me. So, let's see. I have my cross stitch to show. I worked a little bit on it because I wanted the be done. I'm still learning. So let's see. It's this way. There's my bee. And you can tell it's a bee. But I think what I'm doing wrong, or not correct, whichever, is that I need to do more than one strand because you can tell it's a little bit too open. So I'm wondering, like, if I go and do it over with another strand, if that would probably fix it. I mean, I'm still learning and all that stuff, so.
Yeah.
But at least you can tell it's a bee.
Yeah.
And then there's my unicorn needle minder from Etsy. We linked it last month. What are they?
Don't worry about it.
I don't remember. But it's very cute. It's holding my needle. But yeah, there's my bee. Okie doke. Now on to charity. I recently donated last weekend 108 charity baby blankets and a decent amount of dishcloths to the nurses for newborns.
Yeah, we'll talk about this a little bit more later in the episode. We just wanted to kind of like show it because we're on the charity part, and so we just want to give a thing. But we're going to talk about it more in detail because there's more involved than just this that we want to talk about. So it's kind of part of a different segment, really. So.
Yep. So I finished this dishcloth. It's so pretty. It's like the rainbows. And then I finished this charity baby blanket. And I have this one because I started over, So this is the second one for next year. So, can't tell that this was dark green and this is purple on the thing, but that's okay. So, yep. So I just got those on the go. Oh, I got also in my taco bag by Face Thread is another dishcloth. This one's just gray and white, so kind of like a neutral. And that's it for the charity for now. Okie doke. So,
time for next cast-ons. So,
which we both want to knit the Painted Brick Shawl by Stephen West.
Yeah, we might have talked about this last month too a little bit. We still haven't gotten around to starting it. It's something we both want to do. It looks really good, and like it looks like a very good stash reducer. So we'll probably just pick a whole bunch of random stuff from our stash and see how it comes out. But we'll see how that goes.
I think I need a couple skeins for the main color, but other than that, I can do stash for the contrasting.
Yep. So that's something we both want to do here probably pretty soon.
Yep.
We also thought we would talk, not technically cast-ons, but we're talking about some other projects that we're hoping to have started, which I already kind of briefly mentioned a little bit earlier in the segment, some stuff that we're thinking about doing, but we decided to maybe add a little bit more into go into a little more depth about some of these. So like, I'm hoping that by the end of this year, not only will I have my website up, I will have all of that going, I will actually have my comic started, and I'm going to start out trying to do at least one comic a month, being that I'm still kind of learning, so it takes me a little bit longer to draw the whole thing. And it's not going to be like a full comic book size. It's going to be like maybe 2 or 3 pages effectively of what a normal comic book would be, so
but you'll have it go continuously?
Yeah, but the whole comic is going to be a long, giant story, continuous story that just goes on forever and ever and ever until I feel like stopping or something, I don't know.
Or starting a new one.
Well, and I mean, I may do multiple comics at the same time eventually, so... but that is something I'm hoping to have started by the end of this year, early next year, and so we'll see how that goes. And then on top of that too, I am planning on trying to part of this business is also going to be doing, hopefully, I don't know if I'll get any clients or anything like that, but I want to do like, if you know anybody, let me know, comment below. I want to do some freelance web design, web development, things like that. So if anybody has any websites they want made, I can help you get that started with that. It's just something that I kind of always wanted to do, and started out. Nothing is too small, nothing is too big. Granted, if it's really big, it may take me a while to finish. So,
just a heads up.
We'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's just something else I've been thinking of trying to eventually. I've been wanting to do for a long, long time as well, but I just kept putting it off, and now I'm going to just try to force myself to kind of move in that direction a little bit. That's probably going to be a much longer process before I get that really moving, but we'll see how it goes. So,
I want to start doing just 'cause cards. We got the Cricut machine, and I want to start putting that together. Hopefully, I'm thinking like next year.
Hopefully by next year we can have that set up and going. Early next year we'll have that. We'll have an Etsy shop or something along those lines started for her.
Yeah. And then also start a blog. I'm hoping to start a blog and, do that as well.
Yep, just another thing to help get your writing, and
yep.
We want to see how that goes. And
yep.
Another thing too, we've decided that we may start some extra videos or playlists or whatever on here on YouTube. So if you have any other ideas, comment below. Let us know what kind of videos you might want us to do beyond our normal just meditative crafting thing here. A couple of the ideas that we've thought about is doing another segment. It'd probably be a much shorter video of some like either gaming reviews or movie reviews, things like that. I do a lot of video gaming. We both do a lot of movie watching. I'm a little more into that than she is, I suppose, but we do both kind of do it a lot.
Well, I watch movies more at home than at the theater, but I still watch a lot of movies.
Well, yeah, she does watch a lot of movies, but she's not as into it like to go out to the theater and want to watch the movies as quickly as possible, and she doesn't enjoy that quite the same as I do. So, which is a thing that's been kind of hard during this pandemic for me, is that I haven't been able to really go to the movies very much. I think I've been to the movies once or twice since the pandemic started.
I think only once. But, well, maybe 2 times. But the last time you went, they were really good about making sure everything was clean and
so now
sanitized.
Part of that also, though, is because of the pandemic also, is that not a whole lot of big movies have come out. Most of them have been postponed.
Especially Marvel.
And so then, for example, this is the first year, I think, in like 10, 15 years or something, that a Marvel movie has not been, or an MCU movie has not come out. A Marvel movie came out, but it wasn't an MCU movie, it was an X-Men movie.
Oh, and didn't that go on HBO Max?
Not yet, I don't think. But that was actually the movie, that's the movie I saw in the theaters a couple months ago, was New Mutants. So it was part of the X-Men franchise, which is still Marvel, but not the MCU like the Avengers and all that kind of stuff. Granted, next year, in the next couple of years, they're probably going to be rebooting a lot of the X-Men stuff within the Avengers. Now that, was it last year or the year before, that Disney bought out Fox movies, the movie studio for Fox. So now they have the rights back for X-Men and Fantastic Four as well. So we'll see how that goes. I have no idea. There's been many rumors, but I don't think anything's been officially announced as far as I know. I kind of try to keep up with that from time to time, but yeah. Anyways, the kind of
sidetracked
a little bit there. Yeah, sorry. That's some other videos. You had talked about.
I'm going to do a minimal Vlogmas this year because from Simply Serving, I got their Progress Keeper Advent. So I will be doing that. And so we'll have the daily videos of me opening up each one and
just kind of talking about it and what you think about it and stuff like that. So each episode will only be a couple of minutes long, maybe 5 minutes long or something like that. But it's just, and then we'll just create another playlist for that so you can track it down and
if you choose
to watch it.
If you'd like to watch it, yep, it'll be there.
Just make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button or whatever, and that way you get alerts saying that it's up there. Otherwise, you won't get notified.
Nope. But you can, just go to the playlist and they'll be listed there.
Yep. So yeah, if anybody has any ideas on other stuff we can do, we want to try to keep it either craftish related,
medical,
or like medical related to some extent, because that is a part of what we're trying to do here as well. Is helping educate about the different medical conditions that we deal with on a daily basis. So fibromyalgia, mental illnesses of different types, those kinds of things. If you have any ideas or anything you want to know more information about, let us know and we'll see what we can do.
Absolutely.
So, all right. it's time for Happy Mail. This is one of our favorite segments.
Oh, yeah. It is for a lot of people.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Presents and gifts and random things like this and toys and stuff are always make people happy.
Absolutely.
So this last month, we decided that since we're not going to probably be doing any big vacations anytime soon because of everything going on, if we do anything next year, it's going to be a small little vacation somewhere, and then probably just to go visit family or something like that for a little bit. But even that, it's hard to say exactly if that's going to happen, which is a little sad, I guess. But we'll see how it goes.
We'll just
trying to stay safe there, but we decided we might as well make use of the travel points that I've had acquired over the last year or so, and that would normally have gone towards a vacation of some sort. But I ended up being able, because they were having a like you get 25% bonus on any points you spend towards Apple products. So I recently just purchased 2 new iPad minis for both of us, one for each of us, rather, not 2 for both of us.
Yeah, I don't need that many.
I just decided to go ahead and renew our iPads. We've had ours for a couple of years now, so figured we could grab a couple new ones. But I was able to get them for basically both of them for $50 because all the rest was on points. So I worked out pretty well. It's kind of nice. It's kind of fun.
Yep.
A little extra toy. You don't have them to really show because they're kind of in use at the moment, but
yeah.
So
I got my 2021 planner. I got it from Amazon, and of course I had to get stickers for my planner because seriously, I am going to show, because I've already started decorating as I do. I gotta find, I just opened up to my month, which I claim the whole month of May for my birthday. And over here, as you can see, this weekend, over here is my birthday. That kind of coming out. But this one says you're fearless. This one says you're enough. And there's a Mother's Day. Just chill. Celebrate the positive. And then Memorial Day. Memorial Day. And then cupcakes, of course. And over down here it says personal development. I put the sticker, treat yourself, because seriously, everybody should treat themselves. So I just want to show you a little bit of my planner decoration, because I'm ready for 2021, as many probably are. Then, because my craft room blanket needs to grow more, I got by Yarn Cafe Creations. This is the apple dumpling. One, I got it because of the name. Another, because it's so pretty. I think that would be really nice to go next in my blanket.
Oh, so pretty.
Then also, I got this as well. This is Lemon Meringue. Again, I got it because of the name and because it's gorgeous. And it's Yarn Cafe Creations.
Gorgeous.
So these 2 skeins will be going next in my craft room blanket. Then, Bags Boss of Granny reached out to me and asked, would you like a bag? Of course I would. And she told me, I'm getting a new Gnome's Christmas bag. Would you like that? Of course. And here it is. Fa la la! Here we go. I gotta put a project in it. Yep. So
maybe the painted bricks.
Maybe yes, the painted bricks shawl by Stephen West will go in here. Absolutely. It is in the books now. Yep. Okay. That's it for that. You got any more Happy Meal?
No, I think that's it right now. There was several other things we were supposed to get that haven't actually arrived yet, so we'll talk about them next month.
Ooh. I don't recall these. It's gonna be a surprise to me. Okay. Oops. It's not the end of Happy Meal yet. I forgot. I got some funny cups. Powered by unicorn farts. This cannot go in the microwave. And it's a 24-ouncer.
That's a giant cup. That's a huge coffee mug.
I've used it too. Usually on Fridays because, Fridays, extra caffeine because it's the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got this one. Keep calm and poop rainbows. Mm-hmm.
They're all in this same realm of humor that's just kind of silly.
This one, I'm too magical for your bowl. And it's got the unicorn.
It's got a rainbow.
And it's got the rainbow. And the last one that I'm using today. Coffee makes me poop. Good thing I'm a unicorn. And I'm a unicorn, so...
It's like, that saying, always be yourself. Unless you're a unicorn, always be a unicorn.
Yeah, don't we have that on the plaque?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. That was another thing that we got you.
Oh, jeez.
But that's in another room.
That's in the other room.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. That's on the desk that's actually in the house.
Yeah, so...
Oops.
Maybe we'll try to show it next time. I don't feel like
If we remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe I should put it in the bin and I'll remember.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, well, anyways.
Was there anything else?
I think that's it this time. That's really it this time, I think. I hope. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. And again, I forget, even though I'm wearing it, Happy Meal.
Wrong direction.
Hanging with my nomies. There you go, Mom. I'm wearing the sweatshirt today. Well, the hoodie. See?
Kind of a big hood.
It's a big hood.
Yep.
Alright, so that is really it for Happy Meal this week. Okie doke. This month.